Hello, I'm Jana, and this is Cooking 101. Today we're going to be making some white gravy. You can use this gravy with sausage, cube steak, chicken, just about anything you can imagine. Now I've started with about half a pound of sausage and I browned it, and if you'll look down here in this pan, you won't have all of these drippings in the bottom. Leave about a tablespoon of oil in the bottom, and I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. This is going to help you to thicken your gravy. This is actually called roux, and a roux can be a light roux, a dark roux, but the darker you have it, the darker your gravy. So I'm going to work this with my whisk and get all of this incorporated in with my oil. Now if you ended up using a sausage that didn't put out a lot of oil, you might want to use a tablespoon of just regular old cooking oil to make sure you have plenty of roux, because this is your thickener. But make sure all of your flour is incorporated into your oil. Again, we don't want to burn it up because we don't want a dark gravy. Once you've got all of your flour incorporated, it's time to add a little bit of milk. Now, if you're on a diet, this may not be your kind of gravy, so I suggest you take a day off because you're not going to want to miss this. Take about a cup at the beginning of whole milk. Now, it's going to really kick up. But I have my whisk ready because this helps me to really incorporate all of that liquid together. Continue adding your milk because you absolutely do not want your gravy to burn. Continue adding milk just a little bit at a time. Continue stirring with the whisk with your other hand. Now you can't see underneath all this gravy, but all those little drippings and good little pieces of that sausage that I cooked are coming up as this comes up to a boil. I'm going to continue adding my milk, just a little bit more, and get all of this incorporated together. The more you stir, the better and smoother your gravy's going to be. Now don't let this come back up to a boil, but you will want it to thicken up. So a slow simmer is just right. After you get it the consistency you want, you may have to add a little tiny bit more milk if it's too thick, and that's just fine. Or if you like a thicker gravy, start out with just a little bit more flour, and that'll take care of that. Make sure it's the consistency that you want. Stir it really, really well to make sure that flour's incorporated. And then we'll need just a little bit of seasoning. Now I will start out with about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You can do this to taste, so if you like more, by all means, put some more. If you're at my house, my husband loves pepper. He always peppers stuff twice, even after I've peppered it, but I'm going to put about 1/4 teaspoon of pepper to start with because it's got a little kick to it. But if you like more, put more. You can add cayenne pepper, red pepper, any type of pepper you'd prefer to make your gravy. But incorporate all of that together. Bring it up to a simmer so everything cooks well. And then of course, just to make sure it's where you want it, get you a clean spoon and take a little taste. That's perfect gravy. Now, if you really want to show off, take that sausage that you cook, about 1/2 pound of mild sausage, unless you like a little bit of a kick to it. Take that 1/2 pound of sausage and put it right back in your gravy. You are not going to believe how good this is, and people are going to come running when they hear that you've made sausage gravy. This is wonderful for breakfast, lunch, dinner, midnight snack. My husband would probably even eat it on a piece of cardboard. Wonderful addition to gravy. Again, you can use any kind of meat. You can put this white gravy over cube steak, you can put white gravy over chicken, or you can put white gravy over just bread, toast, biscuits. Anything that's laying around pretty much is good for white gravy. But down in the South, as most of you know, we like gravy and good hot biscuits. And I've got some prepared today, and I'm just going to take a big spoonful of this sausage gravy and ladle it over some good fresh biscuits. Does that not look like the best thing you have ever had? I'm telling you, everybody in your house is going to knock down the kitchen doors trying to get themselves a plate full of this wonderful gravy. Now, one good thing about being the cook, That means I get to get a little bitty taste of it because I want to tell you how fantastic this is. My goodness, my mama would be so proud. This is just wonderful. I hope you'll all try this. You don't need anything in your pantry but milk, flour, salt, pepper, and a little bit of meat to make this fantastic gravy. Thank you for joining me today for Cooking 101. I hope you'll come back for another hints and tips and different information so you can have everybody asking you for your recipes.